Welcome on back everyone to Total War Warhammer 3 in part 8 of our Mother Ostankya Legendary Immortal Empires campaign. In today's episode we are starting things off pretty aggressive here for the Battle of Ralin, where we are set up with all of our Akshina in the vanguard position, starting off the battle with a deadly volley into these Poison Chaos Warhounds. We've got Ostankya up front ready to keep anyone from actually reaching them. Good old spells coming down. We should have got one of our own down quick enough, and that would have completely nullified their spellcasting, but we've got all of the beasties moving with the Kislev warriors in the center line, with the big Wendigo, Ice Bear, and good old Ice Lizard taking up that flank. Middles being held by the Feral Ice Bears and the Spiders. As the guillotine slices right on through our lines. Those hounds are already ready to flee for the hills. They've been cursed, so they're not going to be doing any amount of actual damage. Ostankya's Cauldron is doing its best to blast the enemies to bits. The good old Silence Curse goes down for all of these spellcasters here, so Festus and everyone else will be doing no casting. Really is just the hard counter to all of the chaos factions for the most part. You rely on magic, Ostankya, and the Hag Witches will make sure you have none of it. Go ahead and slow the battle down, because this actually was a very quick fight, all things considered. The enemy spellcaster charging directly into our Ice Lizard. Probably not the best call. It blasts him down with a bit of absolute zero chill. Warriors are going to move in now that he has actually moved into combat. If we can tear down a few of these lords, we win this battle that much faster. Elemental Incarnate cleaving Poison Hounds to bits. They look so very similar to our Things in the Woods, don't they? Nowhere near as dangerous, though. The Hag Witch holding the line with them. No problem. Reinforcements have not yet arrived, but the Spirit Bear crashing into the Exalted Plague Bearers of Nurgle, dropping, looks like 19 of their models and about half their health right off the bat. Fantastic stuff, and the Spiders are charging on in as well. He's doing some pretty sizable damage here to these enemy lords. It seems like the Frostworm is more of a hero slayer than anything else. Not so great against enemy units, but it was absolutely dumbstering both of those lords at the same time for those heroes. Both of them do have the Typhlosis debuff, so it's not like they are suffering a little bit. Bears and Spiders destroy the front line of Plague Bearers. It's a bad time to be a follower of Nurgle. Amazing attacks there. Animations of the Frostworm. People ask what its point is. It's to be amazing. But I think it is just kind of a heavily armored. It's like an upgrade to the Snow Leopard, even though it comes in the same tier as the Snow Leopard. It's kind of strange. Just very good at hunting down heroes and lords. We'll have to test that theory, of course. Friends for all. The Ice Beasts are an absolute menace as one. Watch out for Ostankya's bombardments there, though, because it is a lot of friendly fire, but Festus flees for the hills. Shall he escape? I think not. I think he's got the poison of active currently. See how long it is before Ostankya realizes he's here. Oh, Grandpa, you can make it. Oh, but maybe not. That's not enough to fell the beast. We got a little bit of a desync, I guess, because I had Ostankya hunt down. That's just right off the bat. Let's see. Well, such is the way. Festus will lumber his way off the battlefield while the Frostworm closes the gap. It's a glorious victory against the followers of Nurgle. I would say that makes for a very, very good first impressions here for us against Festus the Leech Lord. He gets fully backhanded through a wall by Mama Stanky and her big beasties. Fantastic. We are gaining all of the experience here with the boys. Even our purple Spideys here are about to be up to the gold chevron tier, which will be great. Only 53 fall in the fighting, which means replenishment will be quite simple. We'll go ahead and just simply claim Castle von Rauken here. Yoink.
Where I go, it is Kislev.
Yes, indeed, we're gonna have to deal with a plague. What kind of plague? So just Festus's Ague, which is gonna give him some infections and good old nerval corruptions. That's no big deal at all. Got ourselves the Doctor retired, and the Dark Apothecary may be in need of a doctor himself after tangling with this one. Beating Festus will give us a bit of replenishment rate and vigor loss reduction for the whole army. A new servant for the Scullion, Stable Boy, and Serving Wench. Escape from their hard lives often seems impossible, because generally it is. Ranked up above level 20 and will gain a little bit of protection against enemy hero actions. Fantastic. We also got ourselves a Vagabond who wants to wake up in the same village or city every day. The same thing as yesterday. No, thought not. So once again, ranking up above level 20 will give us more line of sight. Got a plague. That's no big deal at all. In fact, we can go ahead and give this settlement and Zavastra now over to Kislev, so let's go ahead and grab.
It is our responsibility to vanquish evil.
Agreed. So I'm going to go ahead and give you Zavastra. And you're going to go ahead and give me all the way up to a military alliance? Sounds good. Thank you kindly. No, I thank you. And now, quite soon, Confederation is on the table. Moving up to 172 positive. So as soon as I am able to move on, next turn we'll give her Hasselvad and Rauken as well. And as soon as we do Confederate, all of these settlements we've given her will now be upgraded and given back to us. It'll be great.
Heed my hexes.
Ostankya, probably time to grab Forest Purity now that we are in Chaos Corrupted Lands. Help things nullified and not take as much damage if we have to stay in those lands. Same thing here with Protective Charms. You could almost reduce this down to where you're able to stand in Attrition Land and just not care about it, which is great. Urson's Protection for Kevin. I'm thinking on him. We're going to come on back over and grab Iron Disciplinarian.
A symbol of my power.
Agreed.
Spirits, I see.
Stanky, you are missing single hero. What happened to Greta? She is a little ways away. We could bring Gretel in to try to steal some tech from Wolfenburg, which is an idea I like quite a bit.
Knowledge taken for greater good.
Exactly. Then we can move in and claim Wolfenburg for ourselves with its a lovely gold mine. Yes, we could give these back to the Empire, but I think they've lost the lands. They belong to Kislev now. Look at Zarina, Katarina, and Fyodor are rolling against Azazel. She does have a gift of Slanesh, so as soon as she beats him, she gets to remove that horrid stench. Perfect. I'm gonna grab on in here and grab a couple more units of Agony's Succession.
You are one force, no?
Now that we have two sets of each, we can grab.
So that you feel it.
This one is physical resistance and weapon strength is a good combo, and charge bonus and fire weakness, that doesn't really matter so much, but 2 Agony Succession. Doubling up on these sounds great. I can see a comment noticing that, mentioning that Spectre's Miasma is probably great against Valkia, and I would definitely agree. So as soon as we get an additional skull, I'm going to try to go for 2 Agony Succession and 1 Spectre's Miasma, so we can kind of keep stacking those up. Also quite enjoying the unburdened step here on all of our sled Hag Witches, which is awesome. Let's go ahead and grab the Vanguard Deploy so we can set them up wherever we want. And then I'm thinking Typhlosis to drop on individual lords or units. Here we are. Now we're just missing. Look, as we do have the Gore Horns, but not more trinkets. I have to find some more enemies here in Kislev. Got plenty of golds. Let's go ahead and trade up another Frost Maiden there. I'm betting, though, once we get a hold of Kislev itself, we will have all of the Frost Maidens already in our roster. We can go ahead and grab, I'll see 1 out of 5. We can get Tamara in on this side of the map, which I think we will.
Frost Maiden.
And then we'll go ahead and grab an additional Hag Witch of Hags. Azahela. And Lucia. Cunning. Let's go ahead and grab a Lucia here. A little bit of a different model that we have. We've got a lot of these angry looking crazy ladies. Not so much of the solemn wise woman on the edge of the woods. Just the crazies. Welcome, Lucia. Now we are hurting a little bit for our income. That's alright. I don't mind for a few turns. Here in Quintex, we'll go ahead and jump. Grab the Vault of Quintex. Amulet Barber as well. Handle a negative income for a couple turns as long as we are actually building some good stuff. Narnheim's about to go into a provincial capital, which would be great. Right. What else can be built on in here? Anything that increases our income. Now that we've got a military alliance with Kislev, oh, perfect. All of our buildings are now unlocked. So it's time to get to work. Toolmaker for some war sleds will be fantastic against all of the Dark Elves and anything else we have to fight on the side of the map. Will it give us some income? Ooh, extra 5% income from all buildings in the local region. Urkulisk, you're gonna have to get rid of your Kossars for now, my friend.
Choices are not personal.
No, they're not. They're just gonna head back to the fields. And one more spider hatchling, so much wasted gold.
Commander of the
But I am not taking any chances here. We're already being a little bit more greedy than we should be.
What?
I love that Kimmler still wants to make deals. We're gonna go ahead and ignore you fully.
Kislev!
Non-aggression pact with Kostalton seems like a good idea.
Kneel before
We are one.
ready.
He's gonna make Zarina Katarina a little bit upset with us.
Defender of the
Kislev.
But it's still moving up. We only lost about 10 of the overall attitude value for next turn, which is perfect.
Marauders all!
No peace for you, Goramadnis. It's time to be wiped out. Can we go ahead and purify Castle von Rauken? Let's do it. Purifying chant here, just to get rid of all of the nasty. There it is. Reset perfectly. It will start ticking back up.
Yes, dear.
Maybe not. -6 undivided corruption. Or -16. Well done, Mother Stanky. How many turns before we're allowed to betray the Tomb Kings here? What happens if I declare war on you now? 4 more turns. That's not polite. Get out of here, you. Only manners that are about to be taught is to you. Kevin, I'm gonna have you go into ambush. Learn to be a better ambusher. Silent as the snow leopard. 100% chance. Let's see if you fail. I think even at a 100% chance, you do have a very slim opportunity to fail. Urkulisk gonna do the same thing with you, where you're gonna come on out and go into ambush. Chance that you're outside of the petrified forest. Try to get you the embuscator ability as well.
Leadership is my duty.
Duty.
This lad is sturdy.
Come on in and see what's going on further into the Darklands here. We're going to keep moving across kind of the northern portion. We found Boris Ursus himself.
Yes, indeed.
And Valentin and Fyodor. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that last name. Right. Oh yeah, I was going to have you come and defend the Iron Spike, wasn't I? Alright, Urkulisk. Time is now. It's -2. Yeah, we have to jump inside the settlement, and then we'll see if we can collect income just in case they don't decide to rebel. Oh, really? Alright. Let's just away. I'm gonna pull it out of the settlement then, and see if we can't get that proper rebellion. I believe in you. If we lose you, then, hey, that's money we don't have to pay for anymore. That's in the turn.
Maiden of the Frosts.
Age and wisdom do not make me a monster. What I do does that.
Come, roar with Kislev. I think we shall. Zazel is the other purple people eater. We need to finish them both off. Do you have any gold for us? No, they're broke. Alright, fair enough. We shall roar with Kislev.
All Kislev thanks you.
She did fail to steal technology. And we've got a rebellion near the Ashen Coast. I bet they're too scared to do anything about it. Yeah, they've retreated. They'll build up some more units of Dark Riders. Alright, lens crafters. It takes complex machinery, the keenest eye, and considerable skill to fashion lenses good enough for use in high-grade telescopes and spyglasses. Line of sight plus 10%. Now we're moving on to Nor's Hatred,
Drużyna, stand ready.
which is something I didn't really think we would need to research.
My visions predict failure.
Yeah, we wouldn't be able to handle Norev directly, but we'll
Light
move
the
on into
heart
Iron
fires.
Spike here.
Champion of the motherland.
Definitely need to collect income. We're hurting otherwise. And we'll try to gain some more gold over here in the motherland.
Morality and evil are different things.
So Mother Ostankya, let's move on down to claim Wolfenburg.
Reduce them to shadow.
Reduce them to shadow. Oh, perfect. We just move in and claim it as is. That is excellent.
It should shelter as well for a time.
For a time.
Storm.
I'll have you move further on in just to do some spying.
Land makes way for
How
me.
well have they rebuilt their armies? They haven't yet. So we need to move in aggressively. Oh, he has done a very good job of
Granny,
kneecapping the Empire.
Goody. What name?
I'll likely give Midnheim back over to them, but I'm going to go ahead and keep the Brass Keep. Or its dies. And probably Hergig as well for the timber. That increases the income across all of our farms. Alright, Hanna Merciless, we'll have you tread the path of tempests. Make us up a few more Agony Succession. And then... by Flosis, or do we want Fragmenty? I think Fragmenty followed by Unburdened Step. Sounds fantastic. So it has some
Queen of
quests for us. Hunting down Urgarl the Beslimed or Hellcroft. You're worth more points, so that's the mission for us. Beautiful. Now we've got the Jinxland once more, so if we wish, we can teleport an army on over here to help out. More damage here in Kislev, although we're definitely going to need all of them back in the homeland.
I am Kislev's daughter.
You come on up. We're likely going to have... we'll have you keep an eye on south here.
I seek experience.
Hag.
The Hag Witch of Hags will have come on over to join Mama Stanky.
Stags forward.
Your ambush is
rises from
in place. So I'm just going to hang out and wait until we're allowed to declare war on them. We'll go ahead and give you the Hailstorm ability so that way you can come up and join up with
I
Evan in a
control
moment.
the
Right now, let's go ahead and
frosts,
just
gliding
sit
forth.
in the pass here and keep an eye on them. An attack from the Lizard Man would be much, much scarier than from Katep. We've got a lot of land down here. Hopefully they're starting to take issue with the Jade Dragon. Acclaimed by Unmarshal. Interesting.
chosen drużyna.
Just stay in here.
Follow me into the
The
wild.
Operation Claim the Hag Hall out of nowhere. As soon as we're able to declare war on them.
For the glory of Kislev.
Let's you stay here. There's
The
keep
goddess forbids it.
building up. I'd like to come on out and do an ambush.
Defender of Kislev.
Would they come over here towards us?
Guardian of the land.
Don't think so. Let's try it though.
Like the huntsman of
45%.
the Oblast.
Better chance anywhere over here? Nope. That's fine. Lure them on in and wait for our
What is
reinforcements.
this foolishness?
Should be fantastic. So we got up here to Kevin, and that'll be our turn. So we've got a construction going up in Arnheim, which will keep that settlement even better defended. Herbalist's ambush was foiled. No big deal. I guess the Dark Elves are still unwilling to come after us.
This
Yes,
will
they're building up
fail.
one at a time there,
No.
thankfully. Alright, and whilst trapping the scrawny rabbits of the Oblast, the huntsman is set upon by a wandering bear. The attack is beyond horrendous, his wounds countless and grievous, yet impossibly he lives. It takes him 20 days to drag his broken body home. His survival is miraculous. Truly, Urson loves him. Yes, he got a bear hug. Aggressively. Here at the Bleakhold Fortress, we gain ourselves a Patriarch. That's pretty fantastic. We've also now succeeded in our mission, Fire and Brimstone, giving us extra pious Patriarchs. We'll have Shagan come up here and join Heaven's forces. We can't afford all of our units here. So what we'll do is we'll actually go ahead and kick out our free-to-recruit Ice Witch, Mara.
Tutored by ice.
He'll be returned to the recruitment pool. Oh, really? He's not pearly. Nah. Don't believe it. He will be back. If we did just waste 1,200 gold on her, so be it. Mara, you come on in and... I don't want to waste any gold stealing tech from her gig, but we'll move towards the settlement. Mama Stanky. I just think we just move on in towards her gig.
Feed the forest rage.
This belongs to Mother Ostankya now. All they've got here defending is Ragnar the Chaos Warriors and a couple of his boys from the village. That's no problem. Go ahead and surround, though, that we can bring Gretel in to gain some extra experience.
Julius bolstering against chaos.
There we are. Go ahead and drop kick her gig here. Lose almost nothing. Beautiful. Stack it first. Because we need the extra gold, I think we do. Won a battle whilst having negative income. It's a dirty job that no one wants to do. Nevertheless, must be done, lest the state fall into perunity. Penurity. We're gonna... let's get out of here. Ransacker. She has sacked multiple settlements and now is good at pillaging and plundering and gaining 8% more for income from sacking.
Our common cause shall benefit.
What if I
world.
give you Castle von Rauken? Not willing to trade for Confederation, but I'll just go ahead and give you the settlement. Should be easily taking down Azazel's faction here. Give me this money.
Honor the crown.
Negative 69 still. Go ahead and actually rebuild Wolfenburg this turn here. We should have last turn, but completely forgot. Turn around and claim her gig as is. Yeah, we'll deal with all these plagues. We'll just chuck in the old woodsman hunt to help boost up our farm income. Up to 9 positive, there we are.
I prefer Beldam.
With selfless defense. Should the need to defend arise, be it herself or loyal Kislevian troops, the Ice Maiden will not shirk from such duty, and shall bring her powers and wisdom to bear. Should her attention be called the battle of the motherland itself. I'm gonna have her be a battler as well. We'll go ahead and grab a couple more Agony Successions. 6, I think, is a good stockpile, and we'll start grabbing up some Spectres Miasma after. So let's one in and grab the Fragmenty Curse, and then roll Unburdened Step. Perfect stuff. We are now 136 Spirit Essence away from the Bewitching Lure, which will allow us to gain 50% more income. This one was bugged during the... where you just gain 50% of that target settlement's income for 5 turns. I think it's you get 50% of that settlement's income over a duration of 5 turns. So it's what they would get in 1 turn, but you get it over 5 turns. So it's not as aggressively overpowered as it might seem. We'll come on in and grab a rally here for Mama Stanky.
Here goes a trinket.
Got all of the elite units. We can definitely grab the elite skills quite soon. Which will give us more ammunition for our Akshina, a little bit more melee attack and missile resistance as well, and then for our beasties. Which unfortunately we can't actually boost up the spiders here in the elite skills. It'll just be for Urson's favor. So extra armor and melee defense and a spell resistance for all of our beasties that are not spider related. Alright. Slowly and steadily. Inkagatev here has a whole bunch of skeletons. We're not scared of them at all.
Drużynas,
Do you wish to visit the
2 more turns.
realm of the...
Listen, I'm gonna send you there myself. You just wait.
the battle
just wait.
against chaos never ends.
Try to go back into an ambush here with
requires
Urkulus.
guile.
See if you can lure Noriev in.
You waste my time.
I do indeed.
Champion of Kislev.
Alright, that is our turn. We'll have our
Which
heroes
to
get into better
be?
positions. I like
March onward.
exactly where you're at. Of course, tomorrow we'll have you go up into
Nonsense.
Chaos Waste proper, see what's going on up here. Love to see how much land Boris has under his control now. Should upgrade Grey Rock Point just for the extra background income and growth. 11 gold is so spooky. Oh, we had the upgrades in Arnheim.
The motherland's children are overlooked.
Yes, they are. We'll get over it. It's definitely time to come on in here and grab ourselves a market square. Does not make the most gold, does it? Orthodoxy Church is not actually all that useful for us as well. As far as farm income, it'd be making 15% more, so it'd make 57 gold. Or barracks for recruit rank. Oh, we do need the Night Patrol House up to the Frozen Outpost for both of our actual heroes, don't we? We'll save for that then. It makes me a bit sad, but we do want our legendary heroes. Skip on through both outpost and building options, and come on back over to Mama Stanky.
Just an old woman.
And that'll be our turn. Alright, so they do move on in, and we can go ahead and give this the auto result, but we would lose all of our spiders. Absolutely not. Let's go ahead and grab the Spectre's Miasma here, place it on these spiders, because I want to see them explode in the lines of Druki. See just how useful that is. Because we know none of the curses are going to work because they're rebels. I'm going to make sure... Would Dread be worth it? Aiming attacks? Really not. We've got everything we need here except for maybe a Spirited Away, but that seems like a bit much. So, onward. Dealing with Silverator once more. We've got to make sure we stamp them out fully this time. Silverator rides once again. We'll see how well they do this time. Led by a Sorceress. Instead of... I believe it was a Dreadlord previously. We'll see if this makes any difference. We've got our own lads hiding back in the trees here. I have the spiders with the Spectre's Miasma that will be exploding up in the frontal position to throw themselves into the enemy with reckless abandon. The rest of our spiders is hiding away in the woods. The Dark Elves were sending their cavalry forward to be a bit of a probing force to see exactly where all of our spiders were hiding. Evan wasn't exactly hiding himself, or at least our lord here wasn't exactly hiding himself. Zerkalisk. All of the Drujinas, since they're going to go ahead and blend together, we're going to have the dadisms here. Drujina is missing an eye, maybe on accident. Not even looking at the foes, though. As soon as they do get a little bit closer, we're going to start launching arrows into the group. Still doing their best to try to locate our forces there. Still haven't spotted our spiders just yet, but they're not keen on charging in and finding out. They want their units a little bit closer, it looks like. Weaklings use missiles. Say the Dark Elves. What an excellent dodge. Somehow half of their unit decided to split up. Well done there out of the Hive Mind AI. How long before our reinforcements arrive? We've got 21 seconds, and in march the Dark Riders. I'll send the spiders in as well if they're going to come skittering out of the woods. Left them to try to get a nice flank. Horse and Rider meet Poisonous Fang. They actually had a unit that was sneaking up on them as well, so good on the AI, but we'll send our explosive ones in. If they get flanked, so be it. They'll detonate like little happy bundles of C4. I want to see how much damage is done. It's not much. In fact, we are not doing great at the moment. But all of our Kossars have now entered the fray. They can start sending Kislev's love from afar. Magical assault. We've got the spear Kossars just charging into melee to stab as many of those riders as possible, drag them off their horses. See the random little explosions, those are doing a lot of damage to whatever's in the vicinity. But the unit of spiders is fleeing for the hills. Those that do explode are slaying whatever Dark Rider dared to stab them down. Hercules pulling the line like an absolute super Chad with his axe. Got a lot of bleak swords surrounding. Thankfully that allows all of our Kossars with their arrows to get lots of good shots. A few arrows are going to plink kind of harmlessly off the trees, but a lot of them are going to find their mark into Slurator droopy bodies. Once you pop one out and see the damage that the explosive ones are doing, that's not from their actual melee attacks, that's from the explosions. So I'm going to charge them into the backs of these dark shards and try to drag them through the line. Get out of the trees there. That way as many of the explosive spiders go off in the enemy lines as possible. Murderous carousing pop, so things aren't necessarily in the bag just yet. Aspect of the Dread Knight going down for the Druki, but every exploding spider is sending several foes to the afterlife. Right into the waiting embrace of Slanesh. Spear Leech dropping down on our spiders and thankfully avoiding Hercules, so he's not taking any extra damage, otherwise we might have lost our lord here. And the white flag going up for the main body of their forces. Looks like this rebel army has once again learned its lesson. It's gonna be much faster, we can start firing arrows our way. Slurator falls once again. The Eight-Legged Menace versus the Rebels. The Eight-Legged Menace wins this one. Although, it was quite sketchy. They charged into those Dark Riders and immediately got trampled underfoot. We will go ahead and take the extra replenishment there.
A mighty victory.
And they come on back in for another fight. Fair enough.
Hearts of ice!
This time we will take the gold.
We do not want your pity.
Just your gold. Ally mission aborted. They must have ejected him into space. Their ambush was foiled, but that's just fine. Managed to destroy them all the same. It's a battle 1, giving us a new Knight's Ward. Alright. From there, we can kind of ping-pong up into almost reaching the Brass Keep. So instead we're going to come across to Crudenwald, just all of the land we can take from them, the better. Midnheim is the other dark fortress they have access to. This will be their main one. So now we move on Crudenwald.
Feed the forest rage!
Ossivar Cool hiding out over in... Yeah. You've got me shaking in my baby seal leather boots.
They will be better dead.
We'll go ahead and just occupy Crudenwald as
Where
is.
I go, it is Kislev.
Need ourselves a new veteran warrior. Let me tell you a tale of the last time the Dark Gods invaded the motherland. That was a fight to behold. Currently, taking them out now. Ostankya has become a Chaos Breaker, which gives us 5 extra leadership to fight against all of the different Chaos-aligned factions, minus the Beastmen. And then Ostankya herself is now Dauntless. 10 more charge bonus and 10 more leadership. Hochland is now secured, and Crudenwald receives a plague.
The motherland's purity.
Oh, Hochland is a very small province. Belongs to Kislev now. Let's go ahead and pop a farmstead in here.
Curdling milk.
upgrade our hag witches. Protective charms are all maxed out, so let's come on over and go for probably an additional point into Pan's Impenetrable. We can drop that down on herself or one of the other hag witches or Ostankya herself, if need be. With Gretel, we'll give her evasion. Hercules will go ahead and pop on Route Marcher and restock. That way he's able to replenish at least his own ammo until we actually get some sleds and the like. If we really want, we can give him the Boydanov's Brawlers. We just absolutely can't afford them. So let's get our income under control before we start going into anything goofy. No upgrades to be had of the Griffin Wood just yet. Same thing with Bechefin. We are pretty quick to be getting this upgraded to tier 3, which is perfect. Alright, let's go for a couple Spectres Miasmas. We only have one set of bones, so we'll only get one of these each time. Resistance and range, that sounds fantastic.
They say that at every death, the specters gather to feast.
We'll grab an Entropus for if we have to deal with any big scary casters like Archaon. And let's grab 2 Whiff of Madness. So that way if they do commit a spellcaster to melee, he is not leaving. Not quite as strong as it was before, where they just dirtle around from the start, but still pretty strong. All we gotta do is drop some bats or another fast unit on them, and they are now no longer escaping.
The nation calls.
Lakeland would like it. What happened to you? Strength rank 112. They've lost quite a bit of territory, haven't they?
Greetings from Sigmar.
Greetings from Kislev.
Empire's blessings, yes.
Welcome alliance. Straight away. All the way up to an alliance, huh?
Of course.
You are losing your lands quickly. Looks like Vlad's gonna end up being the Emperor after all. I just drained him of all his gold.
Ready.
Alright, we can also make friends with Durthu there in Argwylan. After eliminating Poetadil and Drycha. Have your terms then.
Yes.
Protector.
No one else wants to trade at the moment.
Slaughter
That's
the
fine.
sheep.
All in due time. A new trinket for making an alliance with humans. Perfect. Gain ourselves an Incisor of Man. Humans, although individually weak, carry the potential of great ambition within themselves. Their reach, and indeed their bite, is large. Fair enough, we'll grab another Hush Cast then. Not the best curse, but we'll take it. Be good for large spellcasters like Treemen. Alright, pretty hefty treasury now after draining the Empire dry.
The motherland's children are overlooked.
Or overlooked. The Urslalas. The Ursalis? There we go. Proper pronunciation, almost. Also going in here and grab the Night Patrol House, and then I'm thinking we do want the Market Square here in Arnheim. Warbear Riders would be insane, but we can't afford them at all, so let's go for upgrades to infrastructure first. Grab the upgrade to Sildurator for the Vineyard. And we can even upgrade Grey Rock Point. Let's just take a look and see if over in... we could upgrade Iron Spike, which would upgrade our Iron Mines. Let's do it. Hercules, you drop in here, and then we will give you a couple actual Kossars to defend the motherland a little bit better with. Alright, so we business one more turn before we can declare war on these clowns.
Maiden of the Frost.
Let's come on up and try to yoink away a little bit more tech, or we want to save some gold. Let's save gold and move up.
Gliding
Wish
forth.
he can join the army.
We must protect nature's bounty.
Ice Rock Gorge is part of the Plain of Dogs. What we could do to be friends with... although I kind of want to claim the Witchwood. We could give them Ice Rock Gorge and Plain of Dogs after wiping out the defending Tomb Kings. We'll see.
Drużyna.
Kevin's not been moved. We'll jump on over to Hockland and drop off Purge the Steps. Commandment. That'll be our turn. Alright, Hexawaddle has their Rite of Awakening performed. Construction. You guys are using all of your gold, aren't you? They're down to just Ubersreich and Karelberg. And we keep them alive. I don't know, I don't know. Thank you for ruining my my brain there. Ready for duty? Combine those words together. So we've got Enemy of the State defeating a character belonging to any of the following enemies of the Ursun Revivalists. They're only fighting the Disciples of Hashut at the moment. Some speed of Lycos and more relations with Boris.
Call me witch.
Can't quite reach the Brass Keep, and I would like to strike there first. Let's go ahead and move in and try to take down Middenheim. And the vampires are swarming over the Empire here. Can I possibly give them Krudenwald? I know we just put in a farm here. Trying to talk to myself.
Be at peace, for that is
can't.
all I ever want.
If I give you Krudenwald, don't ask for any gold, but you have a little bit. Let's give you Krudenwald and we'll move in to take down Middenheim.
So be it.
Since we have an agreement with them, I think we still maintain control of the province, which is perfect. If not, we'll learn that the hard way.
Yes.
Okay, so your war coordination, we've got a mission to deal with Asavar, Vashnar, and Lothar. We'll accept dealing with Asavar. Likely this army is going to come on out, go after either Hergig or Krudenwald. Either way, I don't mind. We're going to move in to smash the forces here at Middenheim. Great victory. So behind the walls, we've got a fair few Chaos Warriors. If we were to continue this siege,
Do not disappoint Ostankya, troops.
I'm going to try to build up some actual siege towers here.
Crown's choice.
Are we taking any attrition at all? No. Can we build up? How many siege towers can we get? Just 2, huh? That's fine. We'll set up and start building some equipment.
Consume them
See if we
in
can't lure
shadow.
this army in to try to save their boys here. I'll fight you all out of the field. That is an easy win for us. Let's keep you here at Hergig. Gotta deal with the undead quite soon. We could teleport that army that we're about to get into a fight with the Tomb Kings. We could just teleport them down. I think I prefer to
Chosen Drużyna.
started issues with Katep. Katep's war was just planned Gritus.
It intrigues me to battle.
I'm so confused. He's no longer fighting with... They don't like one another. But they are starting to fix their broken bonds. Past treaties with the Ancestral Throng, but they've broken them. Honestly, we could just ignore the North here. Send Kevin
Champion of the
after the
land.
vampires. I think that's going to be the way here.
Guardian of the land.
So a super switch up. These spider hatchlings are going to be very meh.
Which
Are they-
to be?
Tazahela,
The Ice Court shall
join on up.
Leader of Kislev's warriors.
You all are going to be teleporting. You over to the Griffinwood. It's time to start fighting the vampires. Give them something to worry about on the other side. Welcome, Kevin.
Commander of the
Oh, we can
soldiers.
strike them now? Perfect. Growth is great, or economist. So provincial aid. The Adamans of the local province require the advice of the wisest member of the Ice Court. What will she recommend? Is more income required, or should the folk aim for general growth? We're going to go for building income, because eventually we'll have the maxed out growth in the province, and that will cease to actually give us any gains. So income it is. Alright, Kevin, we get to retain a lot of our actual movement, so onward to Mordheim.
Do not bandy words with the weak. Leave me.
I don't bandy words with the weak either. We're gonna go talk to Ralin instead.
Greetings from.
I'll join your war with the Sylvanians. I'll just take the rest of your gold.
Very well.
We deserve it. We're definitely gonna need it. The war with Sylvania, we get the vampire conflict, and 1,000 treasury. Alright. It's likely gonna have them turning around immediately and coming after us. You come to steal some tech from Talabheim.
Beware the hag.
Maybe.
They were
Ooh, you failed.
latently resistant.
They were latently resistant. I'm sure.
Fight for Mother Kislev!
Gone into more time then. With almost nothing defending the settlement. How sad. Well, we'll give this one to the auto-resolve.
Fight for Kislev!
Hopefully soon we'll have some proper scraps with the undead.
They must cower before Ursa!
Oh yeah, we're stealing all of their gold before we hand the settlements over to the Empire. Although, since the Ice Court controls it already, we might as well give it to them.
Kislev.
Occupy.
Kislev's dominion grows.
Kislev's dominion grows. Right here, Petrofin, here Mordheim, and then we'll chuck in some good old farms. Be making a smattering of income.
Hag witch.
See if you can't do some technology yoinking.
Lady. I need
Fails
stronger
left and right.
spirits.
You do need more experience. Let's go ahead and grab a couple more Spectres Miasmas here. Succession. And since we're going to be fighting the undead quite a bit, Whiff of Madness will be good at forcing their necromancers and other heroes into the fight, so let's just grab a couple of these. Whatever it decides to combine up works for me. And then last but not least, we get a Gate of Thorns. We are now 62 Spirit Essence away. Doing the thing.
What?
Orland is
By
back.
Sigma's will.
Definitely start trading with you guys. For as long as you might be alive.
You need me?
Completely surrounded by the scaling you are.
Defender of the.
So we'll wait on making any deals with Lorelorn. They might not survive for long. Coast upgrades, merchant traders, and 47 for the Ursalis. I'm gonna keep butchering that horribly. And it's would also allow us to gain some more furs produced. Currently making 8. 4 more bundles. I think we'll save though. And go ahead and just go for the upgrade here at Grey Rock Point. Almost ready to get the gold mine in. Money is about to start flowing into the Daughters of the Forest coffers.
Teach them blood.
Beautiful. And with that, I'm going to actually have you, Urkalisk, come on back into
Noble
our
of the
main military
Opus.
province and grab a couple more
Come, we
actual
march.
units.
The way
Because
is
these green spiders are great for initiating the fight, but after that, they fall off quickly.
We have the sight. Julius.
You have the sight. Are Kaon still with us, or did you deal with him already, Boris? That would be just the swellest. Arena. Go ahead and give you those protective charms as we're about to be. But you're here is Mordheim. All right. For our patriarch, we'll probably just end up making him a healer. Or survivor. Interesting. I've never really used them as strictly heroes because they just don't have the best of enemy action traits. Bearkin for Frenzy, Thunderous Orator, Tor's Battle Hymn, Dodge's Song of Winter Sunlight. Just fully replenishes all of your vigor. Pretty strong. We're gonna go for the healer though. Start off with Replenish Troops. see if there's any ancillaries we can't pass out to some of our lovely heroes here. Servant for you. A tax collector would be better on someone with Urkalisk since they're back in home province. A tax collector and a veteran warrior for better frontline troopers.
Champion of the
You've already
motherland.
got a Blessed Helm of the Oblasts. What about Shagan here? We'll give him one as well. Obsidian Amulet to further reduce spell damage. Shield of Tolos and a Sword of Swift Slaying.
God.
Leader
Alright,
of
good stuff.
Kislev's warriors.
Go for an Earthing Rod on you. I think we'll go ahead and combine up the Scroll of Power and the Scroll of Lycos to gain a Barass Cleaver.
Kislev's foes
It'll
die.
work out quite well on Talika, so that you can just kind of sit somewhere and gain, or give everyone around her a little bit more melee attack. It'll be very good for those summoned in things in the woods. Alright, beautiful
For
stuff.
the glory of Kislev.
We're gonna ignore our outposts. And that'll be our turn, yep. Let's come on back over to Mama Stanky. Alright, so Festus now is joining the army. I wasn't where you were able to actually switch out the lords, even while you were in the middle of being besieged. This works out just fine. Auto-resolve will give us a period victory where we lose absolutely nobody. If this was your fight, I would absolutely just go ahead and click this auto-resolve. We, however, are going to have ourselves another quite large battle against the forces of Nurgle, which will be glorious. Thank you all so much for stopping by today's Mother Ostankya video. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, remember to leave a like for the light god and a sub for the sub thumb. See you on the next one.